Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Barry and this is Centralize, and today we're having a look at 1 Million Parfum. So I'm going to do something similar to what I did with the review for Le Mal Le Parfum, which is basically I'm going to look at the presentation, get my first impressions of it on camera, then I'm going to wear it for the next 2 days, and then I'll report back with my overall findings. So let's start off with the presentation, and this is it. 1 Million Parfum. Nice box, very similar to the other one apart from this like a sun effect which is around the box. Let's get it open. So this is a parfum concentration. So let's take a look at the bottle. And as you can see, it's very similar to the box. How beautiful is that? That's really nice. So like previous releases, it's like a gold bar, like a bullion sort of look to it. The back of it looks quite dark, but overall very similar to the other range. I think I'll go into some of the other ones that I've got in a bit and show you the differences in the bottles. So let's get a first impressions of this. Now I've always found the sprayers on these to be quite difficult. They do work, but we'll give it a go. So I'm going to get this all over and then see what I think. So I'm getting a 1 million DNA from it straight away, which I'm not like one of these 1 million haters. I don't have a bottle of the 1 million, but I do have some of the flankers. Now that I'm enjoying that straight away. It's less bubblegummy and it's more floral. Oh, that's really nice. It's got like a really nice sweet floral feel to it. Oh, it's also quite uplifting. It's like a salty feel to it, and a bit of how do I describe it? Like as if you was at the beach, like a suntan lotion type feel. I am really digging that. That is beautiful. So that is really nice. I'm gonna, first impressions are good. So I'm gonna give this a wear over the next couple of days, and then I'll report back to you and let you know my overall thoughts. So I've been wearing this bad boy now for 2 days straight. I first tried it on yesterday morning. It's 4 o'clock. The next day now, so you're talking a good day and a half of wearing. I think I've got a good idea of what this is like and the way it works on your skin, on my skin anyway. So let's look at the price point for this. You're talking, I picked this up 50ml and it was £54 in the shops, but then there was a 15% discount if you spent over a certain amount, and then I managed to get a travel bag with it as well, which I've yet to open, which was free. And in here there's a 10ml travel spray as well. I think I should get it out, shouldn't I? I'll show you. And I picked this up from the perfume shop. Let's have a look at the... It's all nice, isn't it? Look at that. Nice travel bag. Oh, look at that. So I've got myself a 10ml travel spray as well. So it was basically 60ml and a bag. I picked this up from the perfume shop. I've been looking for this fragrance for an absolute age. I first saw a review on it which Fragmental did, and it was with a sample, and that was, it's got to be a good 4 months ago easily. And then I saw a couple of reviews. I think the Fragrance Apprentice George did one, Jeremy Fragrance did one, Ashton did one from Gent Sense, and I was looking for it everywhere and I couldn't find it. Wherever you looked on the internet, you just couldn't find it. And it had been a couple of months. It was on the Paco Rabanne website recently. I think what happened was COVID-19 came along, so they decided not to release it properly. So some people had got it early on. I remember it was on a Spanish website, but then when I tried to pick it up, it had sold out. And then it was on the Paco Rabanne website, but you couldn't actually click on to purchase it. And then it was only last week when I was in Weymouth on holiday and I saw it on the website, and I thought, should I, shouldn't I? And I thought, I'll hold off to the end of the month. But then I was out shopping at the weekend, and I went into Telford Town Centre and I went into the perfume shop. Now the perfume shop, I go in there quite regularly, or I did before COVID came along, and I normally talk to one of the ladies in there. She's really good. She knows her stuff. She gets me to try lots of different things. And she said, we've just had this in, do you want to try it? And I was like, whoa, I've been after that. So, and then when I found out there was a 15% discount and you got the travel bag and the 10ml travel spray, it was a no-brainer. So I picked it up. But I've just looked on their website and it's still not on the perfume shop website. And I've done a normal check on Google, and I can only find it in a couple of places, which I don't know how trustworthy they are because I've never heard of the sites before. So I think if you go into some shops, they've got it, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be online and everywhere very soon. So this has been a long time coming for me. And I was also informed that this is actually a replacement for 1 Million Privé. Now I have the Privé and I got it in a really good deal a couple of months back. Really good deal. I actually picked this up for cheaper than what you can pick up the 50ml of the normal bottles. I've also got a bottle of Lucky, which I have had a long time. Lucky was a weird one for me. It was sprayed on a tester strip. Bought the tester strip home, put the tester strip on the arm of the chair, and I just kept getting whiffs of it, and I was blown away with it. I thought, that's absolutely amazing, I want to get it. I think it was birthday and I asked my wife to pick it up for me, so she picked it up for me. But then when I tried it on skin, I wasn't as blown away as what I was by keep sniffing it on the paper. So one thing I should always suggest is make sure you try things on skin, because it makes a big difference. I've also got a sample of 1 Million. I've never actually owned it, and I do like the DNA, but I think what puts me off with it is because there's so many people wearing it. When I go to the football, it's all I can smell, 1 Million, and it puts me off a little bit because when you get into fragrances, you like to smell things which are different to what other people are wearing. But that's just me. I think I will pick up a bottle, and I do want to pick up a bottle of the cologne as well. I've heard really good things of that, and it's a bit of a mix between 1 Million and another Paco Rabanne. I think it's Invictus Aqua. So well worth trying. That's one I'll pick up. So I've really been enjoying this. I'll give it another spray just to remind myself. But it's really beautiful. So the notes. So it doesn't list the top, middle and base notes. It just lists the notes. So it lists tuberose, which is a white floral scent, which is quite sweet, but it's also indolic, which can give off a bit of a BO sort of smell, like sweat, but not in a bad way. And it's carnal as well, which is quite sensual feeling. It also lists salty accord, ambergris. It also lists monoi oil, which first time I heard of that was in Chris's video, funny enough, which is a note based on the tiare flower mixed with coconut, so it gives off a bit of a suntan lotion sort of vibe. There's labdamen in there, which is a leathery ambery note. Cashmeran, which is like a woody musky amber scent, similar to like a cashmere cardigan, cashmere wool, that sort of thing. There's a leather note, pine, and then a new note which I've not heard of before, which is a solar note, which is an uplifting, sunshine, sparkling note. It's obviously synthetic, but it's a new note to me, so I haven't smelled this before. But those are the notes. So let's look at Originality. So it's a flanker of another fragrance, so it has got some aspects similar to the original fragrance, which is 1 Million. I do feel it's doing its own thing though, but with that base of the original in there, and it gives me similar vibes to a couple of fragrances which I've mentioned recently: Beach Walk by Maison Margiela and also Holidays by Mancera. So it gives me that similar sort of feel where you're down on the beach and you're getting that sort of vibe. Is it lineal or does it change over time? It's definitely not lineal. It starts off quite floral, and as it dries down you get more of the woody and leather and the resins coming into it, so it does change over time. Performance, projection for me, it was a big scent bubble. I would say probably more than an arm's length, which my arms are quite long, so it was giving off a real good scent bubble, and it lasts as well. I'd got a good 8 to 10 hours out of this, really well lasting. And I mean, the weather has been, 1 minute it's quite warm, next minute it's showers, then it's a bit cooler, and it just keeps changing. This is UK weather after all. When to wear it, I would say this is more of a spring, summer, autumn, but I think I could get away wearing this in the winter as well. I really could. I really enjoy it, and it's one of those fragrances that's going to take you back to memories of being on a beach somewhere. I think it's more of a casual daytime fragrance, but I do think you could get away with it on an evening. I don't think it's an office fragrance, though I have wore similar sort of. Though for me, I wear anything anywhere. I don't put limits on when or who to wear. Going on to the section of who should wear, and I would say this is really unisex. It's more mature than the original, but it's still got a young vibe to it, so I think it could cover all ages with this. Compliments, once again, working from home, it's hard to tell You got a social distance when you go outside as well, so I think this is one for the future where I can find out about compliments. The wife does like it, and I'm pretty sure she'll probably be pinching it a few times to wear it herself because she likes it that much. So overall, this is sweet, creamy, floral, and that's probably the tuberose. It's like an oriental floral. It's got a hint of a suntan lotion vibe to it. It's salty, it's warm, it's smooth. I think Chris described this best when he said that it was like suntan lotion. You'd been in the sun and it's like your skin's warmed up, but you've also got like a bit of a sweaty feel to it, but not in a horrible way. So it's like, it gives a warmed up skin sort of feel. It's got hints of leather and amber and pine. Pine's quite difficult to smell. You really have to dig your nose in to find it. But I do think a mix of all of these together gives you the feel of being on the beach. It is like a 1 million for the beach. I think it's a good summer fragrance and it's more refined than the original. Is it a hit or a miss? For me, it's a big hit. I've really enjoyed wearing this the last couple of days, and I'm sure I'm going to enjoy wearing it during the summer and the autumn. And all that's left for me to do now is to find a bottle of the cologne and also look for some of the other flankers which I've now learned about. It's amazing when you dig into a fragrance that you find more and more information out, and then you're more intrigued about these other fragrances. But I do think I'll be picking up a bottle of the original, but I think I'll be wearing this a lot more than that. So that is my first impressions and my review of 1 Million Parfum. Let me know in the comments below, have you tried this? What did you think of it? Is there anything else you can recommend to me? Don't forget to give me a like, and subscribing is always good for the channel. So I'll speak to you all soon. Stay fragrant, not vagrant.